is I, Jordan Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, where in exactly 3 hours, your hero, Johnny Boy, will be going to work. And yes, that still keeps me in the 80th percentile of people in this country that actually has a job. This emergency tirade is directed at you Democrats, because I understand that you're upset with your president that he has made a deal with Republicans in extending the unemployment benefits and keeping the Bush tax cuts in place for all people, including those that make over $250,000 a year. And they're all upset. The liberal wackos at MSNBC are just beside themselves. Keith Olbermann, Rachel Muffy Maddow, Fathead Ed I Know Nothing, Sergeant Schultz, and jolly old Chris Tingles Matthews are beside themselves. Their president has sold them out, making a deal with Republicans. But what I want to do for you Democrats and liberals today is give you a little lesson. What you have here is your president being exactly what he is. He's a politician, first and foremost. And that's just all there is to it. But he's not stupid either. Because if you do let the Bush tax cuts expire at the first of the year, the Republicans in 2 years from now are rightly going to go around and say that Obama raised taxes in the middle of a recession. And they have a point. So the Republicans want the tax cuts extended to all people, because the Republicans are right about this, that most of the businesses in this country are small businesses. They actually file their tax returns on an extended version of a 1040. Basically, the same thing you and I use to file our personal income taxes. It's just a bigger version. But they don't have to go into all of the detail that you would if you were, say, General Motors or something. But these people understand that the small businesses are the ones that hire the people. Who do you think hires more people? Let's say GM, the steel mills or the coal mines, or let's say small businesses. The ones that are under about $250,000 a year. I know in the business I work at, my boss makes about $500,000 a year. And he doesn't have to have a whole bunch of accountants and lawyers and stuff like this to take care of his business. He has one accountant, he files one form. It's very easy. And that's where most of the small businesses that hire people, that's the way they do it, right there. And these are the ones that would be hurt if the Bush tax cuts expire. It's just that simple. But for you liberal Democrats, I want to explain something to you right now. You have been sold down the river. Your president is a politician. He just makes deals. Do you honest to God think that he cares about A, you, or B, the American people, or C, being reelected? Now take your pick, A, B, or C. Johnny Boy says it's C. He's nothing but a damn politician. And he's not going to throw himself under the bus just for your basic idea of this redistribution of wealth. And that's just exactly what it is. It's basically these liberals whining and crying that President Obama doesn't go after rich people and take their money and give it to all these damn deadbeats and social programs. That's what it comes down to. But, like I said, I hope you enjoy being driven under the bus by your president, because that is exactly what happened. But I want to go a step further. This whole problem that we have in this country with unemployment, the financial meltdown, and the crisis was caused by who? That would be the Democrats. You know, the Democrats that caused Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, that caused the subprime crisis and had the whole house of cards collapse around them. It's their fault. And for these people that say, well, President Obama inherited Bush's financial mess, let me explain something to you bozos, which you're never going to hear on the mainstream media, because it's a fact. The last 2 years of George Bush's presidency, it was the Democrats that ran the House and the Senate. That's right. And everything gets blamed on George Bush, but it was actually the Democrats that ran the House and the Senate in the last 2 years of Bush's presidency. But yet they escaped blame for all of the malfeasance that's been going on here. But I understand it, And now you understand it. Remember, it was the Democrats and their idiotic idea of giving mortgages to people who couldn't possibly pay them back that got us into this mess in the first place. And I'm going to go another step further on this. You can trace this whole financial crisis and this recession and the whole thing to the day that Nancy Pelosi took over as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. You know what she did? She went and raised the federal minimum wage on everybody, or for everybody. And you can trace the beginning of the end right to there, because as soon as they did this, we started having inflation. Prices started to go up, because we all know the damn federal minimum wage is nothing but an unfunded mandate from the congressional people telling these businesses that you have to pay people more money. And they don't chip in a dime. And therefore, inflation happens. It's happening again now. We got inflation going on because Obama has spent so much money that our currency is basically worthless. And we're headed for another double-dip recession if we would have allowed these Bush tax cuts to expire. But that's just all there is to it. And all I can say to you Democrats is, how does it feel? Not all Democrats. There are some reasonable moderate Democrats that actually understand that if you let the Bush tax cuts expire, you're basically raising taxes. And they don't want anything to do with this. They're smart. It's these damn liberal windbags that just can't stand the idea that they have been sold out by their president. So I feel sorry for you. Sorry about your damn luck. And all I got to say to you liberal Democrats and MSNBC and all liberals across the country that have been sold up by their president is this. How's that hope and change working out for you? Until next time, this is your favorite Islamo homophobiac, Ronald Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, saying this to you now. When news like this breaks out, my tirades break in. Over and